Hi, it's Jean with Captain Stitches, and it is my week in review. So, welcome everyone. Come on into the Stitching Cottage and let's see what I have accomplished this past week and maybe some of the plans that I have for the upcoming week or near future. But there is some little boy down here, of course, making his presence known. Yes, it's Whip. He's right here, right by my side at all times. Has to be where he is touching me or he's not happy. But he is right here. So let's hope there's no mischief making by Whip during this video. We will see if he will stay down, but he's kind of doing his little dancing number around my legs right now. So we will try and keep him calm. Anyway, what did I get accomplished this past week? I did get quite a bit of organizing done, which I'm very pleased and happy for that. I tried several different ways of moving some things around in here. None of it seemed to be working, as we often find, and we have a tendency to make quite a bit of a mess when we decide that we're going to move just maybe one thing to a different place and have to move 4 things to move that one thing. You all know how that is. But anyway, yeah, getting things a little bit more comfortable for myself out here. I'm never seem to be satisfied with my organization, so I am always reorganizing. But anyway, so I did get some of that done. What else did I get done? Well, you did see me working on this pin cushion with the little hand working station included in it. I did complete that. You can see I did make the little charm things. I think, let me turn this so I can see. This one does say Queen because it's one of the things that I've been referred to as the quilting queen. This says Stitcher because I'm also known for all the hand stitching and hand projects. And this is the little Heart and Hand, which is the name of my charity group, and my thimble on that little charm hanging down there. And this is my dream vintage camper in the future, but it happens to be a needle minder from Flamingo Toes. But Beverly McCullough, for those of you that don't know who Flamingo Toes is. But I did get that completed. Have the little magnet with my scissors on there and all the little various tools in there to be used, and several of my decorative different pins in the top, which there are little birds, there are tulips, there are buttons, and spools of thread. I believe that is everything that is on there. And we even have a cute over here little needle threader that matches. So there you have it, all complete, already been put to use. So let's set that out of the way. And then one of the other things that I have been working on that you have been seeing and is, of course, one of our stitch alongs in the Facebook group is the Follow Your Heart. That is complete. Of course, it's on the snippet roll, so there's going to be more projects that are slow stitched added to that. But there it is. Mine is complete, and I just temporarily put it on the wooden spool, the antique wooden spool that I have, and we'll store it that way as I work on it. But so that is also completed. Nice to get some things completed for a change instead of just working on them. But that's always a great feeling. And one of the other things, and you just saw me start working on this. I started it on Thursday with cutting out the pieces and such and doing some of the sewing on the strip sets. But this is the Cheese and Crackers quilt. And it is, the top is almost complete. I just have the top and bottom border to sew on yet. You can see that the side borders are on. And this is the quilt called Cheese and Crackers, as I roll that up so you can see the rest of that. But yeah, there are quite a few pieces in those pieced borders that go all the way around this quilt. That takes a little bit of time, and I will be working on the top and bottom borders this evening after I'm done recording this video, which I do have those all prepared, just ready to stitch together and then add them onto the quilt. And the binding is also cut and ready to go once the quilt is quilted. So we have that also that I was working on the past couple days. And then we also have, oh, I'm trying to think, it would have been Monday, I believe, that I was showing the preparation for our Peaceful Garden quilt. For those of you that are doing the quilt stitch along in that, it is our second quarter project for those of you following along with that. And I have the middle section all traced. The applique in the middle there, yeah, that's not finished. That's just pieced on, ready to do the needle turn applique on that, which we'll talk about that in just a minute. But that is the start of what needs to be done for the month of, this is, I'm trying to think, April. Yeah, April, May, June are the months that this is being worked on. So for April, it is to have the applique going on that and doing as much as you can of the embroidery on that middle section. And if you can, start tracing the embroidery on the other outer sections that make the border around this. But speaking of that, which, just to refresh your memory, this is the Peaceful Garden pattern by Hatched and Patched that we are using for that. But speaking of that, I forgot during my live on Friday, I started talking about it, then answered a question in the chat and forgot to go back to what I was talking about and realized that. So I do want to mention that on my new live that is on Wednesdays called It's Tip Demo Time, where I will do a tutorial or a demonstration on those Wednesday afternoons at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the afternoon. Because there was some interest and a few people mentioned that they do not know how to do needle turn applique. You can do it in whatever type of applique that you want to, but some are wanting to know if I would help and show how I do needle turn applique. So that will be what the demonstration is this coming Wednesday, April 24th, 3 o'clock in the, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I will be demonstrating how I do my needle turn applique. And this is a PDF file that can be found in the Facebook group. This is all my stitch alongs, sew alongs, quilt alongs, anything that is done on YouTube. All the information is always found in my Facebook group that coincides with my YouTube channel. So that is where you will find that. And somebody is chewing on my tripod down there. Sorry if you are hearing that noise and getting a little bit of a shake. But sorry, try to get him to stop. All right, so that will be found there in the files section. If you have any questions on that, just leave it in the comments below the video. So that covers everything that I was working on. And so upcoming, we'll be showing a demonstration on how to do the needle turn applique. And I also will be concentrating on working on the rose counted cross stitch project that we also have going as a stitch along. So that is what I will be working on and sharing in the upcoming week or two. So I guess it is, oh, and also one of the other things that I will really be concentrating on next week, because as you know, I did do an inventory on all of my quilts that need to be quilted. And I have 59 quilts. Those are just the ones that need to be quilted on either the long arm or the domestic machine. So this coming week, I am going to be working on the long arm, trying to get caught up on some of those quilts. So it's time for what did I get in the mail this week? We'll start off with the little one, which I have decided that I am changing the pins that I use in my pin cushion, because I was using some of these and I fell in love with them. So they are going to be my go-to pins from now on. And they are the patchwork pins, the extra fine size, and they are called Magic pins. They have a comfort grip, but I love them. They are a great size for doing patchwork, any handwork that you do. They are awesome for applique, slow stitching projects, everything. So those are going to be my go-to pins from now on, and I will leave a link for those. I get those off Amazon in the description box after this video. Yeah, we're not live, so it'll be included in the description box of the video right below. And then I also am getting ready to make some quilted postcards, and I want to be able to mail those very similar to as if you were just mailing a regular postcard. And I know Marie of Marie's Scrappy Creations, when I received one from her, she had it in a little mailer that looks very similar to this. I don't know which one she used, but I looked up, found the ones that I thought were the best size for what I am doing. But by putting those inside this, you can mail it through the mail. You put a piece of cardboard on the side that would be the side that had the stamp and everything normally on your postcard. And then you can drop it in the mail, and everyone that sees that along the way being mailed to the recipient will also get to enjoy seeing that quilted postcard by mailing it in one of these. So I got those also, like I said, off of Amazon. And then of course, Rita's, yeah, I always, the Quilted Chicken Farm. I always forget the name, which is right on here. All I have to do is read it. But the Quilted Chicken Farm, I did receive the fabric that I ordered from her, which I also ordered a t-shirt, which I meant to be wearing today during my week in review, but the weather changed on us and it was just a little too chilly and cool to wear the t-shirt today. So I will show you that at a later date. But this is the beautiful fabric that I got from Rita's Quilted Chicken Farm. Beautiful. Looks a lot like St. Anne's lace on there, but it will be a beautiful blender fabric. And I believe it is 3 yards of that fabric that I did get. Very interested in the collage patterns here lately. I had gotten a couple previously of Laura Hines patterns, and I came across this beautiful little dog. He's called Emerson, but I will be using that and doing that collage at some time in the future. So that also came in the mail today. Not today, this week. And I have been watching Leanne, the Pastry Farm. You always get hers wrong too, but it's the Pastry Farm quilter or whatever, but it is Leanne, and I will leave her her link in the description box also. But she is always working, and I think is affiliated with Fabric Cafe and the 3 Yard Quilts. So I did order 3 of the 3-yard quilt books. The one is Stash Busting with 3-yard quilts. The other is 3-yard quilt favorites. And then Fat Quarter Quilting Fun. I went ahead and I got the 3-book special bundle when I ordered mine. And I also have a couple that will be coming next week from Soft Touch. I forget. I just met her on Leanne's channel the other day, but I will leave her link as well in the description box below this video, as long as I remember all of that. But so that is everything. Let me make sure, yes, that I received in the mail this past week. I'm cutting down, remember, I, had all that wonderful shopping at the One Stop Shop Hop last week. So yes, need to slow down, get caught up on the many projects that I already have in the Stitching Cottage to do, and so many of them that I, as you move things around and everything, you always come across something that you forgot that you had. And a lot of them, sometimes you go, oh, I really want to make that. So there's just more and more getting added to my list all the time. And I am ready to wrap it up. Wish you all the wonderful rest of the evening, of the weekend. Sorry to all of you that have to go back to work tomorrow, but hope that you have a great week. And don't forget, my schedule is Monday mornings at 11 o'clock for Stitch Talk, which is always hand work, some type of hand stitching, sometimes right here in my stitching corner, hand stitching corner, or sometimes it may be at the desk if I need an overhead view with the camera. And then I also go live on Wednesday afternoons now for It's Tip Demo Time with a demonstration, and Fridays at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, also in the morning, which is the same time slot as the Monday, for Stitch Tips and Chat. And that is always something that I will be working on at the sewing machine while we are chatting and stitching together. And then the other is, of course, Sunday, when I do my week in review. So for those of you that are wondering what my schedule is, there you have it. But if you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and you will get notifications for every time that I do go live or I drop a video or anything like that. So check that out. And if you're interested and want to find out some information, that little join button is next to that. You can click that and find out all about membership to my channel. Thank you, everyone. Again, have an awesome week ahead, and I will see you very soon. Remember, in the meantime, I can keep you in stitches. Bye-bye, everyone.